Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a client tutorial, and I'm starting off by just prepping her face, making sure there's no dirt, makeup or any of sort on her face. And then I'm going in with the Pond's moisturizing moisturizer. It's the blue cap. And this is just making sure her face is not dry and I have a smooth base to work with. Next, I'm taking the Mercier setting powder with a fluffy brush and just dusting this across her eyebrows just to absorb any oils on her brows. This is going to help the brows stay intact as well. I'm using the e.l.f. brow pencil. I normally don't use this, but I don't have the brow pencil I usually use, and that's the Morphe micro pencil. I really don't prefer this e.l.f. pencil just because it doesn't have a small tip. I wouldn't recommend it for beginners, but since I've been doing makeup so long, it really doesn't matter to me. And I'm not always precise with my eyebrows because once I use concealer, I can just clean it up. Also, don't forget to comb through your eyebrows with a spoolie. This is what's gonna make your eyebrows not look blocky. It's gonna give that ombre effect, especially in the inner part of your eyebrows. You don't want that blocky look. It's not cute. And to give your eyebrows like a feathery light look, I'm going with the NYX brow gel. That's my first time using it and I really like it. To clean up the eyebrows, I use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, the white cap, the hydrating one. And this is in the shade light beige, I believe.
I would like to get to know if you could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy that I should make a move on. And if I don't let you know, then I won't be for real. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. The more I see it, then it becomes so true. There ain't no other for me, it's only you. With what you go.
For beginners or anyone else that does makeup, I recommend using tape to put on your outer part of your eyes just to give your eyeshadow a nice, crisp, sharp line. Now with the James Charles palette, I'm using that hot pink shade in the palette. I'm going to outline my full cut crease I'm doing. And I'm making sure I really pack on that color just to give me the most pigment. With a smaller dome brush, I'm going to blend that hot pink out. I'm gonna smoke it out a bit. And then I'm gonna go in with that same brush, I'm gonna go in with that lighter pink shade in the James Charles palette until I'm satisfied with the blend. In this next clip, I had already did the cut crease. I thought I was recording, but my battery storage was full, so I had to go in and delete a bunch of stuff that I had did the night before, but somehow it was still filled up. So that's why the cut crease is already there. But I'm just filling in the end of that cut crease with the hot pink, and I did fill in the front of the cut crease with that light pink shade in the James Charles palette too. And now I'm just carving out the cut crease with glue. I'm using the NYX glue, and then I'm going in with this pink glitter that I got from Amazon, I believe. I did the exact same thing on the bottom. I just carved out a wing and applied the glitter to it. Removing the tape from your eyeshadow is probably one of the most satisfying things when it comes to makeup. I just love it. But yes, look at that. Look at it. I love it. But before you continue to your next step, make sure you clean off any makeup or glitter on your face or on your client's face, because it's not going to look cute underneath your makeup. Next, I'm using the e.l.f. matte putty primer. I think that's what it's called. And I'm using a Dome foundation brush, and I'm just making sure I press that into her skin really good on her whole face. For her foundation, I'm using Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 332. I always like to go a shade or two darker than my client's skin tone because I like to use a lighter concealer once I get to that step. And I promise she's not going to look this dark. Everything's going to come together once everything's blended out and set and all the good stuff. For my clients' brows, I like to carve out the top of the brow with their foundation. I don't like the halo or the white cast around clients' eyes. I never been into it. So I usually just carve out the top and clean up the top with their foundation shade. I'm going to put y'all on to these brushes. They're the Peaches and Cream brush set from Pretty Little Liars. They were like $35 for a pack of 10, I think, brushes. But they're probably like the most softest, fluffiest brushes I've got. And they blend out foundation so beautifully. Like, look at her skin. It looks so good. But anyways, I'm going in with my e.l.f. concealer, the same shade, light beige, that I did on her eyebrows. And I'm applying that to her high points. And we're going to highlight. And I promise y'all, her face is not going to look this dark. Just bear with me. Makeup is all about trusting the process, so please trust me. Don't come for me in the comments. Please don't. When it comes to blending out foundation and blending out concealer, I go back and forth with blending it out with a sponge or blending it out with a brush. I honestly prefer blending it out with a brush. I just think it looks a lot more flawless. And this brush that I'm using to blend out her concealer is the same set as the brush that I used to blend out her foundation, that Peaches and Cream set. But I do, once I get to like closer to her eye with the concealer, I don't use a brush. I usually go in with a sponge because it's a lot easier to get into the crevices.
Then dip me underway. You can feel my mind for flow. Hold me till I scream for air breathe. And wash me over until my will runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, baby.
Right here, I'm just making sure that the foundation and the concealer is blended together. Also, make sure that you use a damp beauty blender or sponge, whatever you're using. And I'm gonna set her under eyes with the Mercier translucent powder. I'm using a Real Techniques brush. I usually use a damp beauty blender, but today I felt like using a brush. I do use this translucent powder to set her whole face. It does not give anyone flashback or any sort of white cast on their face at all. I haven't had any problems. I just started using this translucent powder maybe about, I think I started using it last year, and I'll probably never switch back to any other powder. It just leaves your client's face very smooth, soft looking, no pores, no nothing. And it keeps your makeup intact all day. I'm going to bronze her face with the black Radiance palette, and I'm using the light to medium palette. And I switch back and forth with the two shades in there. I don't like to bake for too long because I feel like it just gives a white cast on your face. So right after I'm done baking on both sides and her nose, I like to just brush it off real quick. For her nose contour, I'm using those same two shades from the Black Radiance Light to Medium palette. And I'm just going down the bridge, not the bridge of her nose, but the sides of her nose. And I'm bringing that all the way up to her eyebrow. And I'm just going to blend until I'm satisfied with the way her nose contour looks. Right on top of her bronzer, I'm going to go in with blush from the Juvia's Place Volume 2 palette. And I'm using those 2 pink shades in there. And now I'm highlighting her chin, her cheekbones, her nose, and her forehead with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter. It's the pink highlighter. I don't remember the name of it though. I'm using a lip applicator to apply the NYX Jumbo pencil, the white one in Milk, I believe it's called. And I'm just going in her waterline on both eyes. The white really makes this look pop. For the lips, I love using the brown shade from the Black Radiance contour palette in medium to dark. That the darkest brown shade in there makes the prettiest brown lip liner. So that's what I'm going in. I'm just lining her lips with a lip applicator. For the center of her lips, I'm using 2 different pink lipsticks. One is from NYX and the other is from LA Colors. I'm not too sure on the names, but I will leave them down in the description box. I'm also going to add in some concealer just to lighten up the pink a little bit. I like doing this when I don't have the right pink nudish color I want. So that's a little tip. When you want that ombre look with your client's lips, have them pat their lips together. It helps you blend their lips out a lot easier. And to finish his face and set it, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray and seal it all up. Thank you all so much for watching my first client tutorial. Let me know how I did. Give me some pointers. Let me know what you like to see, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.